Hey guys, and welcome back into another Chicago Cubs review. The Cubs last night took on the Miami Marlins. Just finished up the series with the Mariners. Now the Marlins come in. Marlins come in with a record of 57-48. They're actually the second wildcard team as of right now. So I mean, this is a good test for the Cubs. You're playing a team that you could potentially see in the first round of the playoffs. So, and they took 3 out of 4 of the Cubs down in Miami earlier this past month. So this is definitely coming into the series. I felt like this is a series where you want to, make a statement, because, like I said, this is a team you can very easily match up with in the NLDS. So let's get right into it. The game, Monday, August 1st, 2016. Kyle Hendricks against Adam Conley. For those that haven't been paying attention to the Cubs lately, Kyle Hendricks is no longer just plain old soft-tossing Kyle Hendricks. This guy came into the season as the number 5 starter, and this guy is, quite honestly, probably the best pitcher on this team right now. This guy, I don't think he's actually the best pitcher, but the way he's going about his business right now, he's been their most effective pitcher, and really he has been all season, particularly since, like, June. But this guy's on a whole other level right now. I mean, he actually has not given up a earned run at home since June 19th. It's August 2nd, as of the day of this video. And he hasn't given up a run in Wrigley since June 19th. It's incredible. And this is a guy, again, that throws 87, 88, maybe 89 miles an hour. Doesn't have an overly effective breaking ball. I mean, this guy relies on the changeup, the sinking fastball, and an occasional flip curve. But, I mean, that's not a pitch he uses a whole lot. But as far as performances, Dexter Fowler, once again, a hit, 2 walks. This guy's an on-base machine. On-base percentage, over 380. Average over 280. This guy's, when he came back to the lineup, we've seen, since he's came back, the team has been 10 times better. Just in overall, their win-loss, they've been a lot better. And all year, when he's been in there, they've been effective. When he was gone for, that good amount of time, they struggled. And, he's a big part of this team. And when he leaves at the end of the year, it's going to be tough. You have Albert Almora, who will probably be his replacement, but he's not a guy who offers much of an on-base percentage. Great defensively, but him getting on base in that leadoff spot is going to be sorely missed next year. Anthony Rizzo, 3 for 3. He had another great game, and he also had, what do you have? I believe he had a walk, too, so, he was on base every single time. This guy's a stud. He had a triple, had a double, so there's an extra base involved with the game. Scored 2 runs. What can you say about Anthony Rizzo? I mean, this guy's, I guess you'd say, what can't you say about Anthony Rizzo? This guy does everything. He's great defensively. He's a smart base runner. Not fast, but he's a smart base runner. He's the leader of the team. He's great offensively. He takes walks. Doesn't strike out too much. This guy does everything, and, I mean, just another great game for him. Javier Baez got another start in the 4th spot. Didn't have a very good game. No hits, 2 strikeouts. Did have an RBI and a sac fly, but I like Baez in the middle of the order. I don't necessarily, I'm a guy who likes Bryant Rizzo 3-4, not Bryant in the 2 spot. But Baez 5-6, I would be a fan of more so than him batting 7-8. Hayward, couple hits tonight. Obviously had the big moment the night before. Obviously we're all hoping that this is a step in the right direction for him. Maybe he can get going. I mean, this guy's hitting 233. Let's be honest, this dude's not a 233 hitter. He better not be, or holy crap, we wasted $184 million. I know he's just an absolute beast on defense, but the fact of the matter is, we're not paying $184 million for a defensive replacement. This guy's got to hit the ball. And just these past 2 nights, it seems like he's starting to get on track, and that would be a huge step in the right direction for the team. Wilson Contreras, 1 hit, 2 walks, on base 3 more times. When he came up, I did not know this guy was going to be so patient at the plate. I did not, just his personality, I did not see him as being a guy that would take many walks. I felt like he'd be an over-aggressive hitter, swing and miss a lot, but that's not him. He takes a ton of walks, he's patient. If anything, throughout the time he's been up here, he's been too patient at times, taking pitches down the middle that he should have, be swinging at. Matt Caesar got started, had 1 hit, a couple strikeouts, but great defensively, and that's what I want to talk about here. The defense tonight by the Cubs was absolutely insane. You had You had the diving catch by Caesar. You had the Dietrich for the Marlins had a double into right center, tried to extend it to third base, and she was I think it was either comment below if I'm right or wrong. It was either the first batter of the inning or there was 1 out, I believe. So, you know, their chances of scoring would have been pretty damn high. But he tries to extend it to third base, and you have Hayward to Baez to Bryant. They tag him out of third. Just a terrific relay. Baez has such a strong arm. Hayward got to the ball as quick as possible. That was just a great relay there. What else? You had bases loaded, 2 outs the second inning. Adam Conley, the pitcher, hits a chopper to short. You know, it looked, you know, off the bat, you're thinking, oh, God, they're going to get a cheap run off the bat of the pitcher like that. But Addison Russell comes in, makes a bare hand, slick play, throws him out at first to get Hendricks out of the inning. This guy's, you know, he's quick as a cat. He's just so good defensively. I know the average, you know, 240, that's not the best average in the world, but the guy comes through in the clutch a lot, has a lot of RBIs, and is just an absolute beast on defense. But, you know, the defense was insane tonight. It really was. I feel like I'm forgetting a play that happened defensively, but... Oh, Contreras. He had another gun. He threw another runner out today. I think it was D. Gordon. He threw out of second base. Ridiculously quick tag by Javi Baez. He does that all the time. So the defense was just insane. I mean, the offense is great. We had 10 hits, whatever. But the defense and pitching won us this game. And I just quickly want to talk about Hendricks again. Kyle Hendricks. You know, he's 10-7 now. 9 innings, 7 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. His ERA is down to 2.22. With Kershaw being probably out of the running for the Cy Young, being out for so long, he's going to lose the ability to be qualified for it here pretty soon. But you got Bumgarner, you got Strasburg, you got Cueto. Hendricks' name recognition isn't on the level as those other guys, but production, it's got to be damn close. And if he continues to trend in the direction he currently is trending in, he's got to have a chance. I mean, the name recognition is going to hurt him. I understand that. And at this point, there's no way Hendricks is beating Bumgarner for the Cy Young. But all it would take is, you know, Hendricks continuing to pitch the way he is, and Bumgarner having 1 or 2 clunkers. You know, they'd have to be pretty mighty clunkers, but you never know. But man, you know, the professor is here, man. You know, this guy's so smart. Watching him pitch, he hits his spots nearly 95% of the time. And, you know, he is what he is. But I've been a fan of him for a few years. I never expected him to be this dominant, you know, this late into the season. But I always liked him, and I always thought he was pretty dependable. But he's taking his game to a whole new level at this point, and it's really good to see. And at this point, you got to ask yourself, when you get to the playoffs, especially with his dominance in Wrigley Field, is he getting 1 or 2? You know, I doubt he gets game 1. But could he get game 2? I mean, some people might think that's crazy. You know, you got to pitch Arietta Lester game 1 and 2. I might say that I agree with that, but I don't know for sure. I mean, the fact of the matter is, you know, if he pitches game 2 against whoever, say it's the Marlins, Cardinals, whoever it is, if he pitches game 2, given the fact that he's so dominant at Wrigley, not only is that a good thing for you, but then you have Arietta or Lester to pitch game 3 on the road. You know, and one could argue you want your better pitcher on the road because that's, you know, typically where it's tougher to win. But I mean, we got a long ways to go before we have to worry about that. We have to get there first, but as long as Hendricks keeps pitching like this, you know, I can't see a possible way we don't get there. I mean, that rotation is extended so much by him being this dominant. I mean, he comes into the season really as our 5th starter, and one could argue he's our best pitcher right now. But all in all, guys, good win, 5-0. They take on the Marlins again tonight. Jose Fernandez against Jason Hamill. Again, seems like a bit of a mismatch, but this is a good test for the Cubs. You know, Jose Fernandez is a guy they're going to have to beat come October, so we'll see what happens tonight. Thanks, guys. I'm out. Go Cubs, go.